Aloha and good 2 a.m. This is Dylan Anchetta with Drew Davis in the H&N Digital Center. We are keeping a very close eye on all of the incidents happening out of Maui. Of course, we know there have been some severe fires that have rolled through Lahaina. I want to get to some video and show you what we have received from our viewers. Some absolutely terrifying video as one family made their way through I believe a town in and around Lahaina area. Absolutely heartbreaking to see what is unfolding there. All of this is a result of the strong winds that have blown through the area, thus resulting in multiple brush fires. At this hour, we do know of several brush fires that are burning. The largest one, excuse me, is in the Lahaina area. That has prompted evacuations. I'm going to just go down the list from the Maui County officials. Just about 13 minutes ago, they posted on their Facebook page the current evacuation sites as of 1:45 in the morning are War Memorial Gym, Maui High School, Hannibal Tavares Community Center, and the Maui Prep Academy. We also know of some other areas that are should be on standby to evacuate if needed. They're talking about residents upper Chemo Drive. We also know that residents in the Kihei community evacuation sites were relocated to Maui High School. The fire department has also advised immediate proactive evacuations of residents in the subdivisions of both North and South Lipoa Parkway. Let's see, what else do we have here? I'm just reading off the list from the Maui County Facebook page. Essentially, they want residents there on Maui to be on standby, ready to go, especially in West Maui, where the fires have really just blown through the area. And joining me in the H&N Digital Center is Drew Davis with a look at some of the weather factors contributing to these dangerous conditions. Drew?
Yeah, some of the footage has just been harrowing, just seeing like all the fires, people escaping the fires. There's even been reports of people like jumping into the ocean to escape the Lahaina fire. And one of the, I wouldn't say it's interesting that we're seeing this on radar. If we pull up the graphics here, you can see on our First Alert satellite and radar. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer to Maui County. You can see a lot of green there. It looks like it's heavy downpours coming down in western Maui. You can see all of this radar returns. That's not rain, that's smoke coming in from the Lahaina fire. It's impacting western Maui and parts of Lanai as well. You can see it very clearly on the radar out there. Lots of embers in the atmosphere and these strong winds. These are our winds right now. At 2 a.m. There's still 20 miles per hour. They weakened over the past couple of hours. Yesterday afternoon, we were seeing winds around 25 to 30 miles per hour, wind gusts even higher than that. You can see our strong wind gusts out there are going to be even, or from yesterday, are going to be a little bit. Here's, I'm advancing the graphic. This is from yesterday. We had max wind gusts around 40 miles per hour. Those are coming down. These strong winds were the reason that these fires spread so quickly out there. So we're watching it very, very closely. One of the things that we were talking about during our live breaking coverage, Gahi and Stephanie were showing this graphic that wind gusts up to 60 mile per hour. We saw wind gusts a little bit lower than that, around the 40 to 50 mile per hour range, can carry embers 1 mile per minute. And for context, Maui is around 50 miles wide. So these embers are getting carried way, way, way far away in a very short period of time, even as far away as Lanai As you could see on the radar just a little while ago, you could see the smoke was impacting Lanai as well. And this is all happening because of Hurricane Dora. We had the first alert weather day, and it's starting to come down. We should still see the first alert weather day in effect until tomorrow, early tomorrow morning, or today, that is. Hurricane Dora is at a hurricane category 4 major hurricane status, and it's going to continue impacting us here in Hawaii for the next couple of days.
Thank you so much for that, Drew. Definitely a lot to keep an eye on there. I want to go ahead and play a phone interview that our Chelsea Davis had a short time ago. We have heard of the reports of people who were in Lahaina along Front Street actually jumping into the water to avoid the smoke and the flames. And she spoke with someone who I believe jumped into that water and was rescued. Take a listen to this interview.
We were getting some crazy winds, gusts of about 70 miles per hour, and we were securing boats in the harbor. And then the fire just started kind of raging down the hill, and Fleetwood's on Front Street burned up. The Lahaina Cam 3 school burned up. Pioneering caught on fire. The Lahaina outlets are gone. The Lahaina apartments are gone. And so I was helping a friend get his boat out of the harbor before it burned up. And as we were going to come back in and get my boat, the dinghy was, it died, and we were adrift in about 70 mile an hour gusts, but we happened to land perfectly at a boat, and so we're sitting on that boat now. It's too unsafe for us to come into the harbor, but I was not able to get my boat out of the harbor, and it did burn up. But every single boat in Lahaina Harbor burned up, and it looks like something out of a movie, a war movie. They're just pieces of burning boats. There are boats that broke free that were burning, and as the fire worked its way down to its engine room, it exploded. The water was on fire from the fuel in the water. The fire has worked its way up south, and all of Puamana has caught on fire. 505 has caught on fire. The 505 hotel is still there, remarkably. Lahaina Shores is still there, but it's working its way. Puamana is gone. That doesn't exist anymore.
So as you could hear from that interview, that resident there just describing the horrific moments of having to jump into that water. And she said, as you heard, the water was on fire from the fuel from those boats. I also want to go ahead and play another interview and some incredible video of Front Street there in Lahaina. Of course, Front Street is a famous travel destination for so many people, and it is definitely heartbreaking to see all of the devastation. Go ahead and take a listen to this.
I saw quite a few ambulances while I was evacuating. I don't know about any specific injuries. I do know that quite a few houses burned. I own several houses, and I know that one of them caught fire. I am still trying to track down all my tenants to make sure that everybody's safe. I don't know if any of my houses are still standing because they're all in the area where I couldn't get back to them because the smoke was so thick. And I don't know, I hope there are no fatalities and no serious injuries, but I would not be surprised if people got seriously hurt. This happened quickly. There was no warning because it was a bad windstorm that started last night. And I know that Ainanalu, which is a kind of a resort where people own condos and rent them out, that the roof had blown off.
So more devastation there in Lahaina. And we also have heard from some other state officials. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up this. Drew, if you want to go ahead and read that off for our viewers.
This is from Major General Kenneth Hara. Hawaii National Guardsmen have been activated and are currently on Maui, assisting Maui Police Department at traffic control points. This support was accelerated because of the rapidly changing conditions tonight. More Hawaii Guardsmen will be supporting Maui and Hawaii counties tomorrow. We'll have more information on that, but we want to point you back to the open shelters that we have. This is Mayor Hannibal Tavares Community Center, Maui Prep Academy, Kihei Community Center, Maui High School Gym, and the War Memorial Gym. Those are the open shelters that we have right now.
And one more thing to note as well, power outages have been reported across Maui. We know of, according to the HECO outage map, upwards of 10,000 people, especially in West Maui, are without power at this time. Communication has also been severed, so we know of a lot of people trying to make calls there. We are going to keep a close eye on all of this. We thank you for tuning in to this special report. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.